Hello. I've been wanting to make a video for a few days now, but it's been difficult because uh just things aren't working out the way I want them to, like usual. But anyway, I wanted to share a couple things. It's not really a book haul because I only got one one thing for myself. Um One thing a bookmark and then the other things were for other people. See if I can get the bookmark. I got something for a friend. I got my husband a couple of Father's Day gifts, and then I got my son a Mad Lib. So this was last week when we went out, and I guess I was so happy last week being able to get out because I've been stuck at home for so long. And it was so nice to get out, even if it was a really short trip. And then this week I had some plans to go do some stuff, and it didn't work out because my son ended up with strep throat again, and I'm not sure how he got that, but he had it before, so once you get it, you can get it again. And of course, I'm concerned about him, and I feel really. Oh, I did get another book. That's right. I totally forgot. That's right. I did get myself two things. Okay, I am sharing. This is officially a book haul now because I have more than one book. Sorry about that. Anyway, so he was sick, and of course I'm concerned about him, but it's very disappointing because I had some things I needed to get done. I needed to get out and go shopping, and I needed some stuff, and I really wanted to go shopping for some summer clothes because I basically don't have any, and I hate summer, but I need something, to be cooler in. And I don't want to shop online because then I have to wait for days and pay shipping and wait for days to get the stuff. And in the meantime, I'll be like, sweating and not having those clothes and just be like really sad because I didn't get to. I'm just gonna have to wait. Anyway, rant over. I did cheer myself up by making some autumn spice muffins, which is such a good recipe. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Um, yeah, they're so good. So today was a day that I prayed and asked God. I was like, please, I just need a little bit cooler. I need some good breezes because it's been really hot lately. And I just, I need some cold air. So today is a completely different type of day. And I'm just so grateful for that because there's lots of breezes and it feels good. It feels like the end of summer, even though it's midsummer, like beginning of summer, which is depressing. But I'm starting to count down the Sundays to fall already. So I think there's like 13 or 14 Sundays till fall. Um, yeah, I just, I'm always forever dreaming about autumn during summer. I can't help it. It just my brain automatically goes there. So I just get to this little book haul. Um, yeah. So here's the cute bookmark I got. It says, "Right where you left me." Now these bookmarks, they always come in plastic, and you can pull them out and use them. But I like to protect my bookmarks, so I always keep them in here as long as I can, because I just don't trust them getting bent and ruined. And I feel like it adds just more sturdiness to the bookmark. So there's that. And as a cat sitting on books, there's too much of a glare right now. The books are Stargirl which I'm not familiar with. I think it's Pride and Prejudice. Charlotte's Web, Diary My Version, The Beautiful and the Depraved, Great Gatsby, To Kill a Mockingbird, and A Fault in Our Stars. Let's see, I've read Charlotte's Web many times. It's my son's favorite book. We're reading it again for like the 4th time. And I've read To Kill a Mockingbird. I haven't read any of these other ones. I tried doing Pride and Prejudice, but I didn't finish it yet. I did audiobook. It's so long. I just, for some reason, it just didn't. Oh, that's cute. Finish it. I just noticed you probably can't tell, but oh, maybe you can. The cat's collar necklace says super fan. So cute. Such a cute kitty. So I need another bookmark like a hole in the head, but I wanted one a lot. So for my current reading journey, I have read 7 books this year, and that may not sound like a lot to some people, but to me, I'm going at a really good pace. And I decided to plan out my reading, which I've never really done before. I've never planned out exactly what books I'm planning to read. And so maybe I'll do a separate video of that if anybody's interested, showing the books that I'm planning on reading the rest of the year. But yeah, so doing that really gave me some perspective on how I'm going to move forward with my reading journey. But I did finish reading Eldest. Sorry, I always want to call it Inheritance, but that's the name of the series, even though I think one of the books is called Inheritance, I think. I'm not sure. I get so mixed up with titles sometimes when there's so many books in a series. So, that being that, I finished that and I just was so enamored by it. It was just, there was so much action and so many epic scenes, just like cinematic scenes that weren't just scenes for glory and coolness, but also had so much depth and emotion in these scenes. And they were gripping. I saw them in my head, and I was like, "This is so like epic." Is the only word I can use to describe them. So yes, I thoroughly enjoyed the second book in the Inheritance series, and I'm taking a break because those books are so intense and they have so much. They're meaty, very meaty, so much to them. So I'm taking a break and reading some lighter reads, which I will show you next. And then I'll go back to that when I'm ready. But this book I may have hauled in another video in the past, but I can't remember. This is a book that I just happened to pick up one day when I walked by it, and it said The Lost Bookshop. I love things that have to do with like lost things or mysteries, things that disappear and reappear, and it sounded really cool. And I didn't know anything about Evie Woods. I recently looked her up, and this book is so good so far. I've been basically devouring it. I've been reading every day, like several chapters a day, and it's only, let's see, 400 and some pages as compared to what I read last, which was well over 700 pages. Let's see. Oh yeah, I don't like it when there's no page number on the end. Oh, I see it's giving you a bit of another book. 410 pages, and I am on page 164. So not quite halfway through, but I'm getting there. And it's so good. And I love stories like this because you're going back and forth between different characters. You have our it's hard to describe. You have one character who's in the past in the 1920s named Opaline, and then you have two other characters, Martha and Henry, in modern times. So we get to hear from each person's perspective about what's going on. So I'll just read the back of it. It says, on a quiet street in Dublin, a lost bookshop is waiting to be found. For too long, Opaline, Martha, and Henry have been the side characters in their own lives. But when a vanishing bookshop casts its spell, these three unsuspecting strangers will discover that their own stories are every bit as extraordinary as the ones found in the pages of their beloved books. By unlocking the secrets of the shelves, they find themselves transported to a world of wonder where nothing is as it seems. And I'm getting to a point where it's just starting to get a little tiny bit supernatural or otherworldly and mystical, whatever you want to describe it. And so I'm really curious as to how things are going to happen. But there's actually a love story, I think, going on in here. But I really like it, and I really like the characters. Like, I actually care about the characters, even the side characters who, like, there's a couple of old women in it, and they're just, like, funny. They're characters. I can really see them. Like, I can see this as, like, a British series or something. It would be really good. I'd watch it. So anyway, this is my current read, and I'm enjoying it so much. Like, I haven't even gone into halfway, but I'm already feeling like it's going to be a 5-star read. So there's that. So when I went to the bookstore, I saw this and I bought it for 2 reasons. One, because total cover buy. Look at how beautiful this is. And it was only $12. This is Jules Verne, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I have never read any of Jules Verne, but ever since I saw Back to the Future 3, which was my favorite Back to the Future, when Doc Brown and now I can't even remember the name of the teacher, but it's Mary Steenburgen's character. Clara, yes. That was her name. Clara and Doc Brown talked about Jules Verne. And I always wanted to read Jules Verne. And also, when I watched the movie with Brendan Fraser, Journey to the Center of the Earth, that's based on Jules Verne. And so I've always been intrigued by stories by him. And I've always wanted to read them with my son. Like, even before my son was born, I imagined reading them with him when he was older. I'm hopefully going to get him interested in this because he does like ocean things. And it's just, look at this, just having this on a shelf. I have it here on my desk, and you can see the binding. You can see the giant squid right there. And the back of it is so cool, so steampunk. And it's just the fact that it's so shiny is beautiful. Now, I don't know what the original price on this book was, because I peeled off the sticker, but they had it on their $12 deals, like in the classics area, which I was like, yes, I will take this beautiful book for $12. But I was very distracted that day because my son wasn't feeling good and I was kind of on a time crunch. Didn't have very much time to go into the bookstore, unfortunately, so I did not pay attention. I got completely overcharged. Even with my discount, it was like $30 for this book, 25 something, and I was like, I'm not paying that much, so I had you go back the next day and told them, and I got some of my money back because I was like, it's worth it if that's how much it was, but it wasn't that price, so I didn't want to pay that price. So look, it's just so pretty. It's just the only thing that would make it better if it had like gold or green silvery leafing, but I'm not going to complain about that because it's just so shiny and so pretty. I'm just so impressed by it. So that's a really beautiful book. And the funny thing, I'll tell you in a minute, I noticed that all these books I got have green on them. Like this one has a lot of green because it has plants, and this one has a lot of green. And the next book, which was a total cover by, never read anything by this author, but it was the last table I saw as I was leaving Barnes and Noble. Look at the screen. And I was attracted by it, and I didn't even get a chance to read the back. I almost passed it up, but then I was like, I want something else. Like, I've had a really crappy day because things didn't work out that day the way I wanted. So I was like, no, I'm going to get myself something, even if it's just a total cover buy. So I picked it up, and it's called Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher, who I found out that is like a student name for the author. And it's actually seems pretty cool. It's fantasy, and I'm fantasy girly. So it says healer Anja, sorry for pronouncing that wrong, regularly drinks poison, not to die, but to save, seeking cures for those everyone else has given up on. But a summons from the king interrupts her quiet, herb-obsessed life. His daughter Snow is dying, and he hopes Anja's unorthodox methods can save her. First, when I heard that, I was like, Snow, and I automatically thought it was Snow White. But then I was like, it's not really Snow White unless it's like a different universe, because Snow White's father had passed away before she got poisoned, so it's not the same Snow White or Snow. Aided by a taciturn guard, a narcissistic cat, and a passion for scientific method, Aja rushes to treat Snow, but nothing seems to work. That is until she finds a secret world hidden inside a magic mirror. See, that sounds a little bit Snow Whitey. This dark realm may hold her key to what is making Snow sick, or it might be the thing that kills them all. It says darkly entertaining tale of poison and power, beautifully crafted, utterly spellbinding. So it's a other person said this is T. Kingfisher at her best, clever, romantic, and a hell of a good time. So this should be interesting. Yeah, it's a fun one. I've got, like I said, these 3 books have a lot of green on them. They're so pretty though, aren't they? Like, I got this one a while back, but I'm including it in the haul because it's my current read and because it's green. And it's just so pretty. I feel like now is a good time to take a thumbnail, but I'm about ready to drop my book, so that's not going to happen. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I wanted to make a vlog about something new I got, but I don't know if that's going to be in this or another video. Probably make another different video because I kind of strictly want to make this one about books. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, listening, and oh, there was one more comment I wanted to make regarding my last video about chronic pain. So I just wanted to thank the person who commented on that video. Her name on here is at AM Lefevre and a bunch of numbers. I can't remember them, but thank you so much for the magnesium tip because I'd been thinking about that, but I just never really actually took it seriously, I guess. It was just kind of a passing thing. And so I actually did try to, I did buy some magnesium. I found some, it's not cheap. It was like $15.99, but it was buy one, get one free. And I've been taking it for a week now, and I'm actually feeling a lot better. Like, it's not perfect, but I'm feeling less joint pain, less muscle pain. And I'm scared to say that, and it's sad because if you have chronic pain, you'll know that you're scared when you feel good because it feels so good that you don't want to have another flare up, and you know another flare up is eventually going to come. And so I'm hoping it doesn't. Maybe this was my problem. Maybe I needed more magnesium all along. I don't know, but I'm just really grateful that it's helping me feel a lot more functional. And I'm not waking up feeling like I was hit by a train, because that's a lot of mornings I wake up and I can barely even walk. Um, so yeah, I'm so grateful for your suggestion. Thank you, and I wanted to let you know that it is helping me. So I know that had nothing to do with books, but I needed to get that out there. And I know you probably watched this video because I think you are a book lover too. And yeah, that's all I want to say. Thanks again. Bye.